We're live, apparently. Straight out of nowhere, straight out of Compton. Right, hang on, let me clean the lens. Is that better? While we wait for people to come in, I can't see anyone yet. Let's do a little bit of a walkie walk. Oh, we got a light, so I must be doing something right. So this is the pit lane at Jerez. There's the big spacecraft thing, and there's where it says Jerez. Michael Griffith is first. Hello, Michael Griffith. Jizz machine, yes. Okay, so while everyone gets in the queue, ready to ask serious questions, of course. First of all, can everyone hear me all right? Sometimes it's a bit funny. Jerez machine, I like it. Well done, John Kennedy. So while we get ready, this is just an opportunity for you guys to have a bit more of a close-up inspection of this bike, via the wonderful modern technology advancement of the internet. Loud and clear. Thank you, Benji. Has it lived up to your expectations? From Ed Griffiths. Well, I think the first top fact you need to know about this bike is that there's one other HP4 Race here, so there's two bikes here. These are the two fastest bikes on track. Fact, they set the fastest lap times, even in my hands. So that's quite impressive. And this is a focused event, so there's quite a lot of people here with some serious kit. So it's to be honest, it says it all really. To be, I think I'm probably 6 seconds to 8 seconds faster on this than I was on the Aprilia RSV4 RF, which I was here in May with on the 44 Teeth channel. Bet the other guy was faster. Actually, it's me. It's my name on the top of the leaderboard. So thank you, S29 Ori. Imaginative name. But yeah, so I think that's probably a key factor, of how good this bike is. Anyway, next question. Where is Statham? I think he's knocking around on an aerial ace today, actually. What else have we got here? What's the weather like? It's freezing in Manchester. Well, Jed McCarthy, it was a bit damp this morning. It's dried up a bit. Say hello, Steve.
Hello!
If someone dropped their guts or something.
Oh, St.
James. So today's been a bit damp, but there's some sunshine over there. Can you zoom in on a live? You can! Do you want to, shall I show you some bikes as they go past? But yeah, there's a bit damp, you see that? So I'm keeping the HP4 protected in the nice warm paddock. Still running Bridgestones? Yes, I am. And the main reason for running Bridgestones is I do believe the Pirelli is probably a faster tyre if you're going to go and do qualifying laps. But after those 6 to 8 laps, the Bridgestone's quicker because the Bridgestone lasts longer. And for track days, that's what you want. You don't want to be cocking around changing tyres every 10 minutes. Well, I mean, this is obviously a really busy track at the moment, so great. Has riding the HP4 ruined every other bike for you? It's a very valid question, Joel McCurry. I thought it had, but it hasn't, because it's such a special experience. And yes, it is a bit like flying first class. And sorry, I was about to get run over by someone. There's a bike. Hey, go on, son. And then everything else is a bit mediocre afterwards. But it's such an experience riding it that. No, I'm not upset, put it that way, that I've got one and I've experienced it. So no, I don't think it has ruined every other bike. It's just that you've got to be prepared to take the risks of damaging it or whatever to get to maximise your potential out of this. I'd still like a little ZX7R or ZX6R or something to go scratching on, but anyway, yeah. When are you coming to show off that at Estoril? I don't know. Have you tracked your Porsche? No, I haven't. Are you nervous or hesitant on it considering the price? Yes, let's face it. It's ridiculously expensive and it's a very valuable piece of kit. So yes, I respect machinery. So yeah, I think I'd be arrogant to say I wasn't nervous. I think anyone that rides something like this is going to be nervous. But the key thing that's helping me today is that I managed to get track insurance. So this bike is actually insured whilst running around out there, which is amazing because yes, it's super expensive. That's through Bimoto, by the way. But yes, it's very expensive. However, there's no point having that if you're not going to push the limits of it. So to just have it and then do a couple of scaredy cat laps and not push it, it's kind of pointless. So yeah, I'm going full beans. HP4 or Panigale Superleggera. Look, the HP4 Race is a race bike. The Superleggera is a great bike, but it's compromised because it's a road bike. This is the pinnacle of motorcycling on track now, but with bar none. Bum or MV, I think that means BMW or MV. Your autocorrect, Adam, is suggesting bum. Anyway, that sounds naughty. Hi Chris, can you kick him with the blue tracksuit bottom top? Would you be interested in doing any kind of racing in the near future? Possibly, but I quite like the thought of doing endurance racing, and in fact me and Al on 44 have got a couple of plans this coming year to see if we can do a little endurance race. So yeah, with a team and stuff. Because endurance, you get loads of track time. It's more cost effective. I don't want to be travelling around the country every weekend to brainy circuits in the UK. I'm just not into that. Have you let Statham have a go on it yet? No, and I never will. Are you getting the 2019 S1000 RR? Don't know. I'm going to wait and see what it's like. Obviously, I think that's going to be displayed at EICMA. So we'll see what it looks like with paint on. I wouldn't pay much attention to all the hideous pictures of it so far that it's just being caught, like, you know, spied in testing. Let's wait to see till it's got some colour and paint. They're probably, knowing BMW, they'll probably paint it something gross. They normally do with their launch colours. Where is fake Not So Hard Statham? He's not here. I think it's his birthday this weekend, so you can go and wish him happy birthday. I do this every time, but please say double bloody decker. Well, there you go, Jay. There's a double bloody decker for you. Anyway, let's get some serious questions, right? In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it on. So this is how you start it. There's a little nipple, a little teat there. And this is pretty much what you see as you start. These buttons control it. So this is your, like, changes the menu page, basically. I still don't know what that means. Oh, £2. Thank you, Nick Hanscom. So this is the main screen you'll see. So green, so we're on DTC 4 here, traction control 4. Green is more support, so click it. If it goes up, yeah, more support. And then red is less support. So it's super simple to ride. You don't have any faffery. It's literally those buttons. Then you've got a mode select down here, which is the blue little fingery one here. And if you double click that, it will go from dry 2 to wet. Inters, I think, is next. Yeah, dry 1, and then back into dry 2. And it will remember your settings. So if you want to set up a wet thing, EBR is engine braking, by the way, so which is super useful. So you flick that blue button there, and it will click up to engine braking. That's how much it retards the back wheel, basically, with the when you're off the throttle. Should we start it up? Let's wait a minute to start it up. Anyone got any decent questions? Where is the moral support button? There isn't one. What do I think about the Ducati V4 Panigale R that's coming? Yeah, I'm sure it'll be good, but if it's like any of the other Panigale R's, it'll be incredibly difficult to ride, and you'll need like a full support crew to actually get it set up and working for you. Or you need to be Cole Fogarty. Oh, thank you, Manny 8Yo. Love the bike. Any suggestions for a first bike? I get this asked quite a lot. To be honest with you, first bike, I'd get something cheap. I'd get something cost-effective and something with gears. That's pretty much it. Because as soon as you've spent 6 months riding it and you pass your proper test, you're going to just get rid of it and get something else. I would not bother spending $4,000 on a fake wannabe 125 race bike. It's just completely pointless. So that's my suggestion. When is the next 44 Teeth video due to be live? The next budget bike battle, yeah, apologies for that, by the way. The next video that's coming is going to be the Magello video, and it's just taken too long to edit everything, so it all got a bit much, and I'm out here, so that's going to be out on Tuesday, I think. So yeah. How do you feel about the HP4 not having a key? Not very good, to be honest, but we're among friends. So yeah, I do have chains and stuff over here in my. Look at this, by the way. This is my ridiculously expensive bike. This is my toolbox. A crappy cardboard box. Anyway, but yeah, I've got some chains and stuff in there. When are you uploading a POV ride on it? Well, there's some amazing footage I've got now. Actually, I've stuck my. I can do two birds with one stone here. People ask how I mount my GoPro to the front of my helmet. There, it's a sticky mount. That's the stupid cable thing. Yeah, that's the GoPro 7 in there. So that'll be a hyper smooth thing, and it looks incredible. Incredible. Can he do an impression of Adrian Nickelodeon? I don't want to do an impression. He's my buddy. Do you rate the MT10? Yes, I do rate the MT10. It's a very good bike for the money. What's it like riding on slicks? It is the best. So, and I was about to say everyone should just go and do it right away, but you do have to have a certain level of pace just to keep the heat in them. So if you can circulate middle and above of the intermediate group, probably you could move on to slicks. Basically, it's just a shitload more grip. It's as simple as that, just more grip. But you've got to look after them, keep them in the tyre warmers. Don't let them cool down between sessions. You'll make the tyre last longer, and you need to get some decent tyre warmers. In fact, actually, these are demo tyre warmers from Thermal Technology. They sent them to me for a test, and normally I don't really bother giving people shout-outs, but I've got to say these are very, very good because they've got a little. If anyone's into have got tyre warmers, and I appreciate most people don't do track days and stuff, but these actually have a heating element that heats the rim as well. So it's not just the outside of the tyre that gets hot, it actually heats the entire wheel, and you can control the temperature and stuff on them. So they are very, very good. I guess my only slight negative with them is that they're quite difficult to put on. When the tyre's hot, you're a bit like stretching it. It's a bit of a faff, but you know, you just get one of your minions to do that for you, don't you? But anyway, yeah, Thermal Technology, and in fact there's a rewards code on 44 Teeth. Well, there will be if it's not on there soon. What else have we got? Is this the HP4's first track day? Technically, no, but yes it is. I did a very quick shakedown at Brands Hatch in the UK, which was really just to ride it, just to make sure it was all working correctly before taking it out to Spain. So this is the first proper day. Are you going to make it road legal? No. But if I could, I would. Not because I want to ride it on the road, but just because I can insure it easily. It's been such a pain in the arse to insure this thing, honestly. It does my head in, but that would be my my answer to is it going to be road legal. Thank you very much for by 3x4. That's very kind of you. You don't have to give me money, by the way. I feel very privileged enough to have this ridiculous bike without people giving me money. It's very kind of you, though. Thank you very much. So I can get a third of a jug of fuel. So 10 quid actually will probably give me, what would that do? 8 laps, probably something like that. What else have we got? How much has it come on compared to the HP4 carbon behind? Okay, this is Joe Benz's bike actually. And I used to have one of these, as I'm sure you know. It's a completely different bike, and again, don't think of that as a fancy RR. It's nothing like an RR. It shares very few component parts. BMW say it shares none of the component parts, but that's not entirely true because what I have found, it's annoyingly, is these disc bolts are not titanium. They're actually the same part number as the HP4, so it's not entirely true BMW if you're going to be particularly correct there. And I can't believe it doesn't come with titanium disc bolts, but anyway. The engine block is pretty much the same, but the rest of it is very, very different. It's a full world superbike, basically, with carbon wheels and a carbon frame. So, not a lot has come from there. What's it like on fuel? It's not too bad, actually. The R1 was worse. How much for a shot? I don't know what that means. How'd you go about buying one of these? Well, I don't know. Is it metaphorically? I don't know. I guess you've got to earn a shitload of money and work hard, and then hit middle-aged life. What do they call them? Midlife crisis, and then go and buy one. Other than that, you can go into your BMW Motorrad dealer and say, "Hello, can I have an HP4 Race, please?" That's pretty much it. I think they're still available. Are you riding with earplugs in? Yes, I cannot ride without earplugs. It does my head in, literally. I can't do it. Or even worse, if the earplug isn't quite in and it just starts going. Very annoying. Have you ridden a KTM 790 yet, and what's the Jerez rating? Yes, I have. I rode one to a crazy motocross festival in Holland called, what was it called? I want to say Arschfahrt, but that doesn't sound right. Arschfest. It was a homoerotic festival called Arschfest. Zwartkross. There's actually a video on 44 Teeth on it, so you can see the thoughts there. Yeah, it's a good bike. It's not obviously as good as the 1290, but pretty jizzy for that sector. What else have we got? Any tips for getting confidence to lean in corners? You just got to trust, you got to make sure. In fact, I think this is part of a bigger conversation. I mean, I was going to do a video, I might do it in a minute actually, about top tips for coming to a track day and what you need, how you need to prepare, etc. But the most important thing is tyres. Tyres. It's the only part of all of this expensive exotica with Suter swing arms and ridiculous engine power and ridiculous forks. It's the only bit which is in contact with the ground, you hope. So I cannot stress enough how important it is to get the tyre choice right for the condition. So that is the first thing you need to make sure you've got, is a decent set of tyres and they're at the right pressures, and then you can start getting more confident, knowing that you're on the right kit. Because if you can see a bike in front of you, go into a corner and do that, and you're on the same kit and you've got the same tyres, then you can probably do that. But really, cornering confidence, it's just practice. I think that's the main factor there. What else have we got? Are you running a steering damper? Yeah, I believe there's a little Öhlins unit down here there, mate. So yes, it would literally rip my face off if it didn't have one. What else have we got? I'm way behind on questions, sorry. What is a con of this superbike? Price. Well, not the purchase price, to be honest, the repair price. That's the bit that you worry about. What is not the best on this bike? That's a very good question. What is not the best on this bike? I'm stumped. I don't know. I suppose if you buy into the BMW hater camp, probably the badge. But technically, it is. It's well, a masterpiece. What else we got? Chicken nuggets or scampi? Scampi all day long. Boom. Race fuel or normal? Well, they're only selling normal here, so I went to the Repsol and managed to get some high octane. It's not 100, but it's pretty close. It's like 98 or something. So, yeah. Tank grip pads? No, I used to run tank pads a lot, but I stopped for some reason. So, and I do struggle with braking to grip. So I may get some more, but they just look a bit shit, don't they? Fire it up. Yeah, fuck it, let's fire it up. Sorry, I shouldn't say fuck, should I? Right, this is how you start it. So that's the kill switch, and then it's simply and it's very cold at the moment. It'll give you a readout here. So if you go anywhere near flipping the throttle, a little blue light will appear saying stop. Thanks, lamb chops. Get Austin Racing for it. I mean, I don't know. Can you hear me over the noise of the bike? It's pretty loud. Probably too much. Yeah, so that's it really. I'm going to turn it off because it's distracting me. Oh. Do you only use one finger for braking? You can only use it. Personally, I find two fingers just a little bit more comfortable for myself. I have actually set up. You can adjust the rake of these clip-ons as well. So I've pulled that forward a bit yesterday just to get a bit more support because I'm quite big and my shoulders are quite broad. So I quite like to have a bit more girth. So that's quite nice. And it's all very easy to adjust. What's the top yoke made of? Unobtainium. It's actually a Gillies unit here. Can you see this little thing there? But yeah, I'm assuming aluminium. Or cheese. Two scampy fingers. What gloves do you use? I use, where are they? In my, got this as well. My Yamaha racing bag. I use these RST Evo Track Tech Rs. Now, most people are like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll use the top, 300 quid gloves. These gloves are 89 quid. 89 quid, and they're awesome, and they come in all sorts of colours, and I like them very, very much. So yeah, that's what I use. What mods you added? Zero, because that's the beauty of this bike. It does not need modification. Don't be a twat and ruin years of development. Just run it as it came. That should be turning off. Yeah. What times are you riding at Jerez? Yesterday, first day here, was a 1:51.5, which was the fastest time out of everyone on the track. Very close to a 1:51.6, which was the other HP4 race that's here. But yeah, I think if I could go sub 150, I'd be extremely happy. What are your tyre pressures? On the Bridgestones, 30 at the front, 25 at the rear, hot. How many wheels does it have? It has 19. What's a track day like this cost? This is 4 days at Jerez GP circuit, including the bike transport, including the hotel, and it is $799, I believe. A handily placed Focus Events sign there. So $799 for all of that. You just basically get yourself here. Who's quicker on the HP4, you or Al? Well, me, because he's never going to ride mine. I think he's a blunt cock. So yeah, that's about it really from me, I guess. Anything else out there? Shall I carry on? How does TC and ABS compare to other bikes? Well, there is no ABS because that's for losers. No, there is no ABS on this bike. The ABS, which may have, I'll forgive you because you may have spied this, what could be seen as a sensor ring. Well, it is, but that's just for a front wheel speed sensor. There is no ABS. You don't run ABS on race bikes. It's a lot of weight for the pumps and it's too intrusive. The traction control is incredible. It's an audible traction control unit, so you can actually hear it going bip, 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 bip. And after this, I'll upload a video of a couple of laps from yesterday, and you can hear it because it's definitely worth hearing. It's pretty bloody sanctuary. How jizz are you feeling? I feel on top of the world, Ben Ruddy. Have you reached the top speed on a run yet? No. You need to get a long runway for that. But it also, when you buy the bike, it comes with a whole range of gearing, so you could gear it up to reach well over 200. So this is a question. Thank you, London Biker 191. This is the question I really want to address. Well, half of this question anyway. Is it the fastest bike you can buy for the track? HP4 Race or H2R? Listen, right? The H2R is a great piece of engineering, but in no way, in any way, is it ever a track bike. It's not. The H2R is not a track bike. It's a demonstration of a supercharged, ridiculous horsepower machine. This would absolutely crush an H2R around here. Absolutely crush it. Because a track, unless you're in America, has things called corners, so yeah. Any 44 Teeth projects you can tell us about? No. Does the hotel still smell of Parma ham? Do you know what? Yeah, it does. Is it worth the money? Depends how much money you have and you know how much you want the bike. That's the same with any question really. Anything. Will you ride this in Switzerland? No. BMW going to offer any updates during its lifetime? I don't know. I'm assuming software updates there may be, but they're so limited, I don't know. Does it have a horn? No, it doesn't. Can you push the bike without fear of dropping it? Yes. Can you wheelie? It's hard not to on this. You should do a gear video. Yes, we are going to start doing gear videos on 44 Teeth actually, because there's a lot. Gear, that's another, I've mentioned earlier about doing a track video like top tips. The second most important thing, apart from your tyres and making sure your bike works, is your own gear. Let me show you my suit here, which is handily hung up. Getting the right gear, which fits you correctly, is more important, in my opinion, than having the latest and greatest superbike or an older one. Like, if you're uncomfortable on the bike and you can't move around, you will never be able to ride it properly. So, getting the right gear. This is actually a custom, measured, tailored. That's the one. So you just send off your measure. In fact, I went actually and got measured. So you go and get measured, and they can guarantee an exact perfect fit, which fits me perfectly. And it may sound stupid, but that's worth 3 seconds a lap straight away. So yeah, gear is very, very important. There will be some stuff coming on that. What else have we got? Should we go to the? Should we go and see some bikes go past? There's some stuff coming up. Oh. How much was the paint protection film? 350 quid. Right, hopefully there might be some more bikes now. What's the service interval on the HP4 Race? The service interval is in the manual. To be honest, in the manual it seems under-serviced. Like it's X amount of miles or time. But to be honest with you, I'm going to change the oil after every session. Yeah, I change the oil after every track, not session, but every sort of event, and then you'll get the most out of the engine. How are you with rain on track? Not very good at all. I just don't bother. I don't see the point particularly. All right, say hello.
Hello.
It's 250,000 people you're saying hello to.
Hello, 250,000 people.
Well, there's probably only about 6 watching this now, but anyway. That sounded really arrogant, sorry. Baron, are you going to do a mini bike race again? No, never again. Yeah, well... Did you really just say you did a 155 lap? No, I did a 151.5 lap. Any what? You want some nuts?
So 2 pink bolts. That'd be front axle. I just come in and thought, oh, pink bolts.
No.
No? Alright.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
Honestly, these men after my nuts. Why no airbag suit? Dunno. Because you have to pay every time it goes off. Any suggestions for a first track bike? Something you can afford to crash. That's pretty much it. How does this compare to World Superbike lap times? I don't know actually. Is there an ashtray on the bike? This is you could probably get a little, tab in there. Does the bike have cruise control? No. Live lap, well that would be interesting. Did you get your paddock stand with the bike? Well, I got the rear one with the bike, because obviously it doesn't have a side stand, but no, I had to buy that one. Yeah. Reverse gear, I think you mean reverse shift. Yes, it is reverse shift. Should you have a little... obviously I know the shift is on the other side, but it's dark over there. So yeah, I'm just going to do a bit of close-up wangery. Yeah, and of course these are carbon wheels in here as well. And this is I'm very interested to see how they've made these, because it's a very interesting weave. This looks like a standard sort of laid weave, but this, yeah, there's like a, where they join together there. It's very interesting, if you're a nerd. And of course that is the Suter swing arm. But yeah, it's absolute near perfection really. I can't argue with the technical ability of this bike. I think the only thing I'd like to see a bit more is for the people who have bought these bikes to actually be able to have a conversation with BMW who made it and helped set it up, because I've got no clue. I mean, has anyone out there ever set up these £12,000 like full World Superbike forks? Because no one around here has. Anyway. That's probably my only gripe, and it's not even really a gripe. It's just I want to know how to set it up a bit better, and yeah, that's it really. Okay, so apparently a MotoGP lap is a 1:37, so that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. If I did a 1:51. Anything else? Well, Superbike 1:40. Yeah. It's about 11 seconds off the pace. Pretty happy with that. Do you get any free stuff with the purchase? You get a sprocket kits and stuff. You get these little headstock mounts. See this bit with the little nugget there. That all affects. And again, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this, and I'm sure most people don't. So again, it'd be quite handy if BMW actually let people know what those did. But you get a whole array of these. And you get a load of different swing arm pivots as well, and that will affect the ride height and the geometry of how it all feels, which will affect turn-in and blah blah blah. But I've got no bloody clue, to be honest. Are the carbon frames available separately? Well, no. I don't believe you can buy them separately, but you can get a replacement one, obviously, if you break that one. But I believe it's in excess of 20,000 quid, so I don't think you can buy one for your RR. Well, you probably can, but it's not going to be worth it. When you left the bike to be transported to the track, how nervous were you to have not taken over yourself? Well, it wasn't at all, because again, I paid Focused another 100 quid to have full insurance on this. Full. I mean, your bikes are insured anyway, but I upgraded. Have you sold the MV to cover the fine? No, but the MV will be going on eBay. Honda RC213. That's interesting. I know there was on the launch of this, there was another journalist, and I asked him about that. I said, what's better? And I won't say who the journalist was, but he said he would take that. Have you met Joanna Benz there? Yes, that's her bike there. Do you think we'll ever sell it? Don't know. They're so rare. I mean, if in 20 years' time this bike's suddenly worth, 300 grand, then yeah, I probably will sell it. But if not, then no. Sorry, the questions are going very quickly, but then they go weird again. How does HP4 stack against the new Jigsaw? Look, it's not even comparable. This is not a comparison to any other road super bike. It's completely different. So this basically shits on everything. Have you jizzed over it yet? Fagan's ass. No, neither. Carbon swing arm next year. Well, they did actually develop this with a carbon swing arm, but they weren't getting the results of flex that they wanted, so they used this, which is the Suter swing arm, which has been here, which has been in development for like 10 years, so that gave a better result. In fact, there is Joanna F. Benz over there. Say hello, Joe. People keep saying, oh, Joanna F. Benz is there.
Hello. Who am I saying hello to?
I don't know.
Hello.
All the guys. One-sided swing arm next year. No, because single-sided swing arms don't work, basically. How does it compare to the R1M? Again, the R1M's a road bike. This is nothing like a road bike. Yeah. Looking forward to the 2019 S1000RR. Yes, I am. Very much. Right, I think I'm going to go and get some beer and put some new tyres on. So that's about it. I'll do 3 more questions. Why don't okay, I'll just tackle that. Why don't single-sided swing arms not work? Well, I think they're just they're fundamentally flawed because of the weight, and ultimately this is, as you see on every decent race bike, double-sided swing arms are the best. So that's why I would base that on. Otherwise, if they were that good, every single bike could have a single-sided swing arm. Are custom rear sets worth it for a track bike? Again, that depends on setup. So on some of the bikes I haven't bothered, like my R1 I didn't bother because I found those rear sets were perfectly placed for me. But if you're a bit short or a bit tall, yes, you may want to be able to adjust them. Can you see them carry over any parts onto the 19RR? No. Now, this is a good question actually, because there is an awful lot of development, and I've got absolutely no doubt that soon you will be seeing carbon frames in normal production road bikes. I've got no doubt about it, because it is a better technology. It's better. It's now got to the point where it's surpassed aluminium. So Yes, I have no doubt, and I think this was a flag in the ground for BMW and said, look, we can do it. So yeah, I think the technology involved will, but no actual parts. Like, there's no way you're going to go into your local BMW dealer and buy a bike with these forks in. Like, forget it. It's just not cost effective, and that's what you've got to think about with a road bike, is the financial implications of trying to make it the best. You know, everything's a compromise, and I wish people would understand that. I'll give manufacturers a bit of a break sometimes. Oh, why has it got such a massive exhaust? Well, you know, again, there's an EU regulation, there's law that people have to comply with. I tell you the other thing that pisses me off, when people go, when they have a tail tidy, which legally has to come out beyond the rear tyre, but everyone's like, oh, I want a tail tidy. It's like, look, just stop moaning about it. That's the way it has to be. So anyway, yes, I think the technology will dribble down, but I don't think any parts will be a direct pass down from this to the new RR. No. Bike's weight and total price. So this weighs 146 kilos dry, and I think that equates to about 172 wet, fully fueled. Price is 68,000 UK pounds. Bullshit. Panigale V4R has a single-sided swing arm and it's faster. Yeah, okay. You better be at the EICMA end. I may be at EICMA, yeah. Okay, I can't really find him. Oh, here's one last. Someone's paid me some money. Have some dosh. I think you deserve it for making great content. Well, thank you, the great Cornholio. You could have asked a question there, but you lost your chance. You have to pay another £5 for another one. Did you change the bike's geometry, or is it standard trim? I am struggling a bit with bottoming out these forks. So every session I come back in, it's like this. I've increased the preload a bit, and I'm now just trying to dial it out with some compression. But really, it probably, because I'm a 100 kilo fatty, I think I need some different springs in there. I think that will probably help. Is there any competitor bike to this? I don't think there is. I think maybe the Honda, the RCB213 or whatever it is. That's about it, really. You all right?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Great.
Good session?
Yes.
You-
Almost dry.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it.
Almost dry. I prefer it a bit damp.
Yeah, some wet spots, but
Yeah.
went great.
Cool.
I like it.
Cool.
With the HP4 Bahnstormer.
Barnstormer, yeah.
It sounds really German.
Yeah. I don't think you realised we were doing a live stream anyway. Okay, well, I think I'm just going to go now, go and have some chips. Unless I see something else just pop up that catches my eye. No. What are you streaming on? The quality is great. Interesting. I'm just doing 4G from my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, or Plus S9, or 9 Plus S, whatever they call it. Don't go. Oh. Fork's the best part? Pretty close, to be honest. Yeah, the way you can take the piss on the front end. To be honest, the brakes are the best bit, because, well, the brakes and the forks, because it just allows you to just brake so hard all the way up to the apex in complete confidence and feel. I would say, complete confidence and feel. So yeah, the brakes and the corner entry is just another level. ZX7R or BMW? BMW. Is it open pit lane? It is at the moment, because it was wet this morning. It's just dried up, so there's not many riders out. There's still some damp patches, and I don't want to risk my bike because I'm a wuss bag. So yeah. Stay safe, Chris. Thanks, dude. I'm looking forward to the new Honda V4. Yeah, so am I. About time Honda made something cool. Wheel spin through corners every day. When's the next BB coming? BB is coming next Tuesday. Right, I'll wait to finish on a really nice sounding bike. Okay, this might be good. Yeah. A big wang-ar on. Anyway, right, I'm off. Take care, guys. Thank you very much for continuing to watch this beleaguered channel. And I'm sorry there hasn't been much content recently, but I'm going to try and change that for the better. All right, guys, you've been wonderful. Thank you very much. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Ich habe einen Jazzmaschinen. Ja.